And 10 TV News at 6 starts with breaking news this evening. An armed man who was barricaded for 15 hours inside a Morrow County home is now in custody. Authorities say he surrendered peacefully after they say he fired multiple times at law enforcement. So thank you for joining us at 6 tonight. I'm Yolanda Harris.
And I'm Jeff Hogan. This situation has been happening since 2 a.m. and 10 TV has been on that scene for hours now. Authorities were asking people to avoid this area. This is County Road 24 right near Marengo.
10 TV's Kevin Landers joins us live from that area. And Kevin, you got an update just about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, neighbors here clearly breathing a sigh of relief after authorities told us within the last 10 minutes that 18-year-old James Gompers surrendered peacefully. He is now headed to jail. Behind me, you can see crews are still here working this scene. They said that they used drones and loudspeakers, but it didn't work all day to try to get Gompers to get out of his home. When Morrow County deputies arrived, they say they were hit with multiple rounds of gunfire around 2 o'clock this morning. Since then, they say Gompers fired at Delaware County's tactical unit. Deputies tell us Gompers has a rifle and possible other firearms in the home. Authorities say they responded to the scene after a family disturbance between Gompers and his parents. As a precaution, homes were evacuated near the crime scene and school buses were rerouted off this road.
Oh, we did have to break down a door. We did have to break down a door, and we had to some of the windows and things too. That was part of it. We had to let him know that we had to do this. And the safety was the biggest concern. we're not going to send people in there when we know a person has already fired shots at law enforcement officers. We want to make sure that we have the upper hand in that.
And back at the scene here, we can tell you that there were multiple, at least 5, possibly 6 or 7 armored vehicles here that came here to give these officers the protection they needed after this man began firing at them. At this point, they're not going to speculate at charges. The sheriff says he's going to wait for a grand jury to decide that part of this case. But again, 18-year-old James Gompers has surrendered peacefully and is now headed to jail. Reporting live in Morrow County, Kevin Landers, 10 TV News.
All right, thank you, Kevin.